Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Pixel Forge podcast. I am your kind of gaming guru, Sean. And I'm here with a Warhammer god, Josh.
Hello. You've gone for the names again.
Yeah,
hello. Hi, everyone.
there was actually another name, but I couldn't remember.
Yeah,
right?
I could see on your face, you're like, I don't even know how to start. Yeah.
But I hope you've been good this week. Tuning into the last episode. Appreciate everyone that's listened and stuff like that. And yeah, we've got a lot to talk about this week. Obviously, our podcast consists of us talking about gaming, Warhammer, tabletop stuff as well, and our business news if we have any. Usually
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah. But yeah, should be a good show today.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Got a lot to talk about. A lot. Obviously, you definitely have got from the Warhammer side.
Yeah, if you listen to last week's episode, there's stuff coming.
But yeah, we'll talk about diving into a little bit of the business stuff first, as we usually do. This week, I've been super busy.
You have been busy.
I've been.
This is the only week you can get away with.
Yeah, I literally. I haven't done anything business related wise. I had a lot of stuff to do, like my leaflets, and we also want to swag, obviously, like t-shirts and stuff, even for us for the event coming up as well.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff that I've still got on my plate to do, and especially for the business wise, I want to get a website back up, and my partner is working on the logo for us. I showed you a couple of little renderings.
Yes, you did.
But that's what I think she's gonna just tweak the one that I have now, and make it a lot more better. Anyway, to be fair,
Sure.
To what she's done. So wait and see on that. But yeah, still gonna be busy this week. Just definitely tomorrow. Definitely might be painting tomorrow. Like, it's just wild. It's a wild week.
Yes.
But yeah, if you still need me, Gaming Party Pro. I'm on the Instagram right now. Reach out, talk about prices, talk about different parties that I can offer you. And yeah,
Sweet. Okay.
what have you got?
I've got a bit, I guess.
Yeah, you got a little bit.
There's a little bit. I guess I'll start, obviously, the event on the 30th of August, Gaming Creator Summer Party. Pretty exciting, still quite exciting. Working on a lot of stuff for like the products and obviously Jamelia's bows and stuff like that. Like, we've got quite a good working relationship in that sense. I managed to get all of the products she needed from me printed, so she started to work on like mass produce the bows and stuff. So that's pretty good, and it looks really good as well. So watch out for that space. That event's gonna be good. They've announced a few more like. I was going to say Instagram followers, is that right? A few more streamers and stuff like that, and they had like another company sponsor them. It's like
I think that's what it said. So is that Beto? Is that
Beto Sweets? Like the sweets are they're a sponsor as well. So it's looking to be a big event. And I think I've said to you and I've said to you, I think what I'm going to do is try and partner up with Ella as well and see if it's something where, at least from the Starline Forge perspective, it's something that I can repeatedly frequent that event as a sponsor. Yeah. So kind of, I guess head it up a little bit with her. Hopefully that would be the dream. Obviously, you don't know what capacity someone wants you to be involved in. But that would be pretty cool. But that's the objective for that anyway. Like, this is going to be a big event, and for us as well. I should say for the podcast, it's going to be a super big event. Like,
I will be there as well.
Yeah. It's all going to be all about like driving numbers for all of us, for Party Pro, for Starlion, for the podcast. Like, drive numbers and just give people the stuff that we make in the hopes that they enjoy it. Which obviously you are, because some of you are still listening.
This is it.
And then streamed yesterday. It was another quiet stream, but we still saw double digits. So thank you everybody that did join. Appreciate it. And again, leave comments if there's ideas you have for like content you want to see. Yesterday, I kind of mixed it up where I had some of the Warhammer stuff, but then I also painted up some of the stuff for the event, for the diorama and stuff like that. So if you'd like to see things like that, let us know as well. It's important for you to give us the comments so we can do it. And I know we've tried the camera angle a few different ways. Yesterday, I think.
Yeah, because I said I jumped in at the back end and I saw like the camera definitely the view looked a bit different, but it was cool.
Yeah, I think I quite liked that view, and that's going to be the view for at least a month, because I need to have that. The way it's set up, I've got it so that the products, it's just going to have to be that way. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And then lastly, stock progress. I've done over 50% of the printing for the bookmarks. So over 50% of the stock's ready there. So I'm way ahead, because obviously the idea would be I'd have all of August to do it, but because I'm so far ahead, and I've done about 15% of the miniatures, like the characters that we'll talk through some of them today, done some of those as well. So it's looking like I will be able to do like the diorama type stuff that I want to do to showcase more of the product, which is good. But all around, it's good.
The bookmarks, are you going to paint them as well?
No, the reason I wouldn't paint them is I'm going to sell them as they are anyway. I'm not going to paint them up and stuff. Like painting them up would look good. But
I was just wondering. I don't know.
Yeah, no. I think for this, I'm just going to have them as they are, especially because like you'd have to there's a lot of work. And I don't think it necessarily justifies the end result because they're designed to be bookmarks, so they're going to get a bit knocked around and battered. Whereas at least with just having them as they are, because like I bought silver like metallic filament for the printer, and the Witcher ones now look metallic. So you know, do you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you're saying. Yeah,
it's one of those things where if you've not common sense is right wrong, but you know, like when you see the product, you're like, okay, yeah, I get it. Do you know what I mean? But yes, painting has come up. Jamelia also asked, but yeah, I don't think I will. As much as I did like seeing the bows painted up and seeing them in that format, but I think that makes sense because you've almost got that bit protected by the bow material. Okay. So it shouldn't get. Do you get what I mean? But hey, who knows? Maybe in the future I can add an option where you can request it to be painted before I ship it to you. So watch this space. But yeah, that's everything this week. Pretty good week. Constructive.
Yeah,
I like being busy, innit?
Very constructive. I think we're going to dive straight into the news of the gaming stuff.
Yes, for that we're going to do gaming again. I know just because there's a lot to do in the Warhammer stuff.
I feel like gaming stuff has not been too much this week. It's been eventful. I've seen a lot of probably like 2 breaking news parts just before we were doing this podcast, to be honest with you.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, let's dive into it. I mean, this week, I spoke about it last week. Pokemon, they had a direct. They teased it last week. Pikachu standing in front of a DJ Dex all of a sudden. It was
also
really,
made no sense when you watched it.
But obviously, I think that was only in the beginning, just to build the intro into the Pokemon Direct. Presents.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So it was just Pokemon dancing, Pikachu DJing. Like it was cool. Like it was okay. Like it was a bit of fun. And obviously, they spoke about the new Champions game. They had a new Terra event for Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon ZA talked about obviously all the new stuff as well, more gameplay and stuff like that. I mean, it's all cool. It's all good. I mean, it's the stuff that we've all seen before, so it's not really like we see anything crazy new. Obviously, with the Champions part, it was showing gameplay and obviously how to train the Pokemon and everything like that to adapt them to your style and this and the other. So that was pretty cool. And new set of TCG cards, which we heard about the Mega Evolved. Now we've seen some of the cards.
Yep.
That's set to release on September 26th as well, which I'm excited about. If I dive into that set, I don't know. There's so many sets out there, but I'm still looking.
For me, it depends if they've got like what art cards they've got.
Yeah, because in the trailer you saw the Bulbasaur, Venusaur. I mean, Ivysaur, Venusaur. So
yeah. But they weren't the illustration art stuff. That's what I'm looking for. But to be fair, at first, when I saw it, I was kind of like, oh damn, I could get those.
But yeah, that's a little bit what happened on that. It wasn't too crazy, that event. It was kind of short. They skipped out on the TCG Pocket stuff, which I will now transition into because the day after, 2 days after, pretty much, they announced 2 new. It's a set coming to it, which is called Wisdom of Sea and Sky, and it's basically like it's 2 sets. Well, it's 1 set, but with 2 different
themes.
Themes, which is the Ho-Oh and Lugia.
Oh, the Sea and the Sky, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so that's all Gen 2 stuff then. But like that, the Gen 2 will be the highlight, right?
Yeah. So it's gonna be crazy, and that is coming actually from the recording of this. Will be out on the 30th of July. So it's actually next week Wednesday.
Wow.
So it's coming. I've been saving so many hourglasses right now. So
you showed me earlier.
I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
So ready. I play that so religiously. Then I say that was only a little bit at the start of the week, pretty much, and we also got which I was just watching just now, Battlefield 6 trailer.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, that looks really good. I know it's not gameplay.
No, yeah, we know.
But it looked super theatrical. Like it was just like
that's
a movie.
Why it looked good, because of that
like movie,
element. Not because we're saying it looks like the game, because we've obviously had this discussion. What was it, like episode 3 or 4, something like that? Yeah, well, I guess we can link it somewhere. But yeah, it looked
amazing. Yeah,
wicked. Like and I've there's many things I have like this like hyper fixation on when it comes to like that type of storytelling, and like the US being in attacked, like Modern Warfare 2, when Russia invades the US, like that was wicked. That whole section of Modern Warfare 2, I'm like, yeah, and this is like a similar thing. It's like that private, like paramilitary company attacking the US, like that whole. I don't know. It's a weird thing to say. But you know what I mean.
Just looking at obviously the action, you always get that action, like the exploding buildings. You even see the dam get blown up in the trailer. It's just insane. So like, it's always been that hard hitting action, like from the jump of that game. And you'll probably still get the large maps like you usually do. How many players per game? I'm not sure if they'll stretch it or keep it the same. I'm not sure.
64 last time. Something like 32.
But if they wanted to add more, you never know, because their maps can hold a lot more, to be fair, if they wanted to. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, that was just a little teaser. I think they're going to do a multiplayer trailer coming soon as well.
Next week?
I think it is next week. Bloody hell.
Yeah, I feel like it's the 27th for some reason.
It's on the way.
It's on the way.
So just keep an eye out for that, guys, if you're interested in Battlefield 6. Keep your eye out. And on to some other news. I've got two bits of news that just kind of broke just not too long ago. Elden Ring, Night Ring. Finally, it's getting its duo mode. So 2-player mode is on the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
why did I think that was there anyway?
No, it wasn't there. A lot of people have been upset that it wasn't there from the beginning, this, that, and the other. So that actually comes next week as well, 30th of July. So that's on the way in the new patch. Comes some new UI improvements and also more relics and filtering options and stuff like that. So there'll be new stuff like that. But should keep people happy a bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I know obviously
keeps them quiet till the next time.
Till next DLC, whatever. Yeah. And the other breaking news what had happened as well was Dying Light, the Beast, the new one, delayed.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean it was delayed? I just saw posts about how good it was getting in the reviews. And...
Yeah, it's delayed.
What?
So
till when?
Till September 19th.
Wasn't that due like out now?
Yes, pretty much. It was meant to be coming out, I think next month or something. I think it was.
Wow, and they delayed. Wow.
Yeah, so it got delayed. I think they just wanted to do extra. They said they want to do some extra polishing up on the game, make sure it's all right before launch. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
That's the same as the Terminator game. They delayed that, didn't they?
I heard about that. I didn't read that properly.
No, it's literally the same thing. So they delayed it from August to September, but the reason they delayed it is because they wanted to make sure the physical editions were polished off.
Okay.
They didn't want to release it. It's almost the same thing as Dying Light, where they just want to. And I don't mind delays like that when it's like, oh, we just want to make sure it's polished. Like the game's done, it's ready. We just want to make sure it's polished. Same as Terminator. I'm sure the game's done. They just want to make sure the physical edition is up to expectation. So with that type of stuff, it's fine. It's when they delay it and they go, oh yeah, we found a bug in the system or something. Do you know what I mean?
This is it. But yeah, it was a bit of a shock when I saw that as well just now. I was like, oh.
Yeah, because I just started seeing the reviews and stuff, and people say, "Oh, it was great," and
been delayed.
Crazy. Wow, I didn't expect that. I don't know. I missed that.
So from one delay, not even to another, I'd tell a lie. But Assassin's Creed, Shadows, new content coming, new DLC. Clause of, I can't pronounce this. If I say it's wrong, I'm sorry. Awajai.
What's the spelling?
Awaji.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You see what I'm saying?
To be fair, you'd have to see. Has it got an accent on the thing, or is it just spelled like that? Awajai, anyway, saying Awajai. I don't know. So I'm not even. I don't know
that expression is coming. It's set to release on September 16th. No, September 16th. As paid DLC, but they said if you pre-ordered for those who pre-ordered Assassin's Creed Shadows, will get it for free. So if you pre-ordered it before the game came out, like the Shadows came out, you'll get that for free. If not,
why?
I don't know.
That seems like a weird.
Speak to Ubisoft.
That's so random.
It is.
That's so unfair as well. Because imagine if that's so surreal. No,
you'll get a lot of people just dropping off that game now.
Yeah, there's no point. I'm not going to play it.
Yeah, it's just you might as well make it free for everyone. What's the point? Like pre-ordering it, and I know obviously the pre-orders get you different content like skins and stuff, like costumes and stuff. That's fair enough. Yeah. I understand that, but if it's like extra content, like I mean, technically they don't have to make it free. even to the pre-order people, but they have, I guess, trying to be loyal to them people that bought the game early or pre-ordered the game early.
Yeah, but it's sure. But if I pre-ordered it the day before, I've not pre-ordered it because I'm loyal, but it's just because it comes out tomorrow. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, but didn't you get to play it like a week or two before, week early or something?
Depending on the edition.
Oh yeah, it would do.
So unless they're giving it for free to like the Wub Wub Mega Edition,
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says obviously people pre-order it will get it for free.
Interesting. Okay, fair enough. Right. Okay, Ubisoft. Good job.
So it's also adding with that edition. It's adding 10 hours of content as well.
Cool. Okay, fair enough.
So it's not like a small thing. It's decent size.
But they couldn't give for free to everyone for 10 hours. Anyway,
I think if it was 5 hours, they would have given it for free for everyone.
Oh yeah,
I think,
they probably wouldn't even have made it.
10 hours is cool. Also on that same date, they're releasing a New Game Plus, which drops. New Game Plus drops. The 29th of July, sorry. So the DLC is September 16th. The New Game Plus is coming out the 29th of July in a couple of days.
Oh, cool.
With new achievements and new trophies and everything for that.
Sure,
for people.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Which is cool. Swiftly moving on, we have, which we saw me looking at it earlier.
Yeah.
The Lego. I don't really talk about Lego that much. I mean, we was talking about Lego a couple episodes with Neil Druckmann and
Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
But this one, the Game Boy,
Sick.
The 80s Game Boy, the original,
Sick.
absolutely looks insane.
Yeah, it's cool.
When I first saw it, obviously they rumbled this in January. Like there was whispers of this already in January. Like I heard about it. I thought it was even out already personally because where people were talking about it, I thought it was even out, but it wasn't. But yeah, it's coming out 1st of October. So it's not too long to wait, I guess. But it's on the way. But I know people have obviously had their hands on it now. You can see it out in the wild. The people have made it, built it. It's not a 1-to-1 scale. It's a near 1-to-1 scale. So it's probably just a little bit off, to be honest with you.
It's probably down to the
all the D-pads, like the A and B buttons all pressing and stuff like that. Selectors all rubber buttons, like start and select buttons and stuff like that. It also comes with 2 cartridges as well that you can slide in and clip in the back as well, which is one Super Mario Land and the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening.
Fine.
But people are a bit upset that why didn't you get Tetris? Because Tetris is like
it's the launch.
Tetris was like God game on there, but they never had the Tetris.
To be fair though, if you remember though, like Tetris, and they did that docu-series, like Tetris was like trying to get a gateway into a market, whereas obviously with Zelda and Mario, it's like Nintendo's stuff. But Tetris was like to get I'm pretty sure it's almost the gateway to get them into the West, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like that whole thing. So sure, I absolutely agree. Tetris should have been there, but I get why in this rendition they probably wouldn't, because it's not, as I said, it's not a first party thing. It's just Tetris is quite synonymous with its launch. That's all.
Yeah, because obviously with them 2 games as well, with the cartridge that you get, they give you the 2 screen like slides as well. So
I saw that.
You can change the slides on the screen, and I think they're like holographic in the way that they move when you tilt.
Oh wow, yeah, really.
Like
cool.
So they move kind of thing as well, which is cool.
I remember having WWF on my.
Bloody hell, I ain't playing one. I can't remember mine, but I used to play a lot of Tetris. But I was literally all I use it for.
Oh really? I don't think I actually played Tetris on the Game Boy.
Even my mum, my mum never played handhelds. Never played no games. But when I gave her the Tetris, that was it. Hooked.
Yeah.
Literally, never played no games.
Really?
But she could swear by Tetris.
That's cool.
It was insane. But yeah, it's coming out. It's going to be $54.99.
That's a good price.
To us in the UK, yes. That's what it's saying. I say that price may change from now to then, but
I think that's a good price.
Yeah. Good price.
I'll actually pick one up. All right, let's go.
Even if that went up to like close to 70, it's still... I think that'll still be a good price.
70 is still a good price. I probably wouldn't get it for 70. 55 is like, I don't know.
But like 70 now is like games that are going to come out soon. So...
Yes, and I use Game Pass, so I don't pay 70 quid for my games.
But I'm just saying, if you want to.
No, I get what you mean though, yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Wow, okay, I didn't realise that.
It's crazy.
That's a good price. Wow.
Crazy. What else we got here? We got... do you remember the game? I'm not sure what showcase this was. It was in Summer Games... I think it was in Summer Games Fest. The Directive 8020.
Yes, I recall it.
I think it was a space game. Oh my god! But basically, by Supermassive.
Yes.
they've announced the game as well, pushed back until first half of 2026. That's been delayed now as well.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Another one.
I don't know what's going on.
But the industry's in a weird spot.
And it's the thing is, because like I say, because all these people being laid off and such and such, it's going to slow down production of most of these games.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah,
and it's a shame. Like, people are upset wanting games out in the first, like,
10 minutes.
Give me the games now. Like, but they take years and whatever to make. They're not just like something you can just work on overnight. Like, obviously the technology back in the day, it was, turnaround was pretty quick, but now with advancement of technology, AI and all this, it's just crazy. Like, it's just going to take longer. And people want the 60 frames per second. They want this, the how many hertz and what, you know what I mean? They all want all bells and whistles. It's not going to happen that quick. Like, do you know what I mean?
And even is deeper than that is, and the reason I bring this up because of Destiny is in the new DLC for Destiny, Ikora is voiced by another actress who's previously done the Witch Queen's voice. Because I was like, I recognise this voice, but it's not right because of the strikes. Ikora's original actor didn't voice her, but now they're going back and redoing the lines. And
that's what I'm thinking. They have to go back in and just
they're going to redo all the lines of the original actor and then obviously replace them in an update. But it's the same thing, like you said, like delays will happen now. The strikes just ended.
If you played it with Destiny with me, and then when I go into the cutscene, would you hear the new voice?
So right now both of us hear the new voice.
Okay.
When they update it and we played it again,
okay,
we would hear the original actor, the old actor's voice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a wide update for everyone. But to the point of what I was trying to make is that as well, because the strikes have just ended. You don't know, some of these games might be getting delayed because they want to get the actors they originally planned to come in and redo the lines. And that will delay. You know, that's hundreds of hours of voiceovers, and do you know what I mean? So that can do it as well.
Yeah, but it's sad. I mean, like I say, hopefully there's no more games delayed, but you just never know in this industry at the moment. Right now, what's going on? I think one more thing, one more little wild thing. I said, did you watch this? So you said you did. Somebody, I don't know which team this was, decided to make a guerrilla game versus 100 men. Yeah. Guerrilla versus 100 men game. And it's on Steam, apparently coming soon. I'm not sure if it's even out now.
The gorilla's farting and all sorts.
Yeah, the gorilla's I don't know. I wasn't sure that was even fart at one point. Like, it just looked wild.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like a gorilla properly as well. It just looked weird. Like the animation of the gorilla didn't look great.
It's a meme game. It's gonna look weird.
It just looks so bizarre.
Yeah, it's funny you said it because I saw the video, the trailer for it. And then you brought it up and I was like, oh yeah.
Because when I saw it, I went through and I saw a trailer for it and I was like, is this real? Like, or was someone just talking about it again, or just someone having the debate or whatever? And it's an actual game. I'm like, what? Like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Like, and then you could start customizing the gorilla like you do in Donkey Kong Bonanza, that right now. I mean, changing the fur color, adding caps, sunglasses to the gorilla. I'm like, what is going on? I was like, no way. Yeah. This is insane.
A very strange thing
but,
to see.
Hey, man, to each their own, man. If that's what they want to, if that's what they want to put out there, let them put it out, I guess. There was another interesting game I saw, actually. Another trailer. I'm not sure how it is. It's Car X Street. It's basically a cross between Ridge Racer and Need for Speed. Like,
I saw the thumbnail, but I'm not.
It looks pretty good. Like, to me, it looked pretty good.
Yeah.
And the customization is almost on that Need for Speed kind of thing as well, like the underground stuff. Like, and I quite like that genre of Need for Speed as well, to be fair.
Okay.
And I think the cars, the way they look chunky, almost like the Ridge Racer style. That's why I like that as well. Like, but it looks very fun.
I
think I can see a bit more of that soon if they drop more trailers and more stuff on that game, but it looks very good. And the last thing quickly, what have you been playing this week?
I'm glad you asked because I was going to ask it before we started. So I wasn't sure if you was going to ask. Destiny's new DLC.
Yes.
Been playing that, really enjoying that. I know there's a lot of stuff going on online at the moment about it, but I really enjoyed it. It was nice, and I've had to rethink like how I play the game, how I use the armor and the weapons and stuff. So I've really enjoyed that. And then another game called Rat Shaker.
This game, ladies and gentlemen, this game is unreal. I don't know what I was even watching at one point.
Yeah, you just shake a rat.
Yeah, I was shaking my head.
Game. Yeah, I know you're shaking your head. You shake a rat. Chris and Jamila, if you're listening, you know the deal. Chris loved that. There was one where the rat like has an hysterical laugh, and Chris kept dying every time it was laughing. It was like 289. It was the easiest 100% I've done in months. Do you know what I mean? But it was fun. I'd give it a try. I watched Markiplier play the demo originally. It's how I knew it, and it came up as my suggested. And yeah, I played that. It was quite fun. I've played it twice. Got all the achievements. It's just funny listening to the rat like screaming, and people know what it is.
This is when you said to me it's a horror game. I'm like, what is this?
I didn't even go that far to show you the horror game.
I'm glad you didn't go that far. I don't want to see it anymore. That I'll take your word for it on that one.
Yeah, that's about all I've played this week.
All right, I know I haven't played anything this week at all. Literally at all.
YouTube app,
pretty much. But I have been playing some stuff. Mobile. I've never thought I'd be hooked on mobile games at the moment.
Oh, God.
Which I have been.
Yeah.
Obviously, Pokemon TCG Pocket is my game. Like, I'll play it all day. All the battles, the rank modes and stuff. I'm on that. Literally getting my packs on that. Another game. This might shock you. I've actually played this. Warhammer Tactics.
Oh, really?
When I tell you this whole week, that's all I've been. When you didn't actually know. When I was sitting in your house just now, I was playing the hell out of that on the phone.
Really?
So
I've got that on my phone as well. I've got the whole thing.
Love it.
Is it?
Absolutely love it.
We got him, ladies and gentlemen.
Got it, yeah. It's absolutely amazing.
Really? Wow.
I love it. The movement, like the characters are building, stuff like that. And yeah, it's great.
Have you got any characters you like at the moment?
The main guy you get, the first guy, it's the Space Marine dude. Is it Vargas? No, Vargo.
So I've been playing it for ages. I can't remember the first.
I think it's Vargo.
Okay, yeah.
I can't remember. But he's like lightning. He has a lightning in the staff for the lightning.
Oh, so the space, the librarian in the Terminator armor. Is it him?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. He's powerful. I like him.
Yeah, cool.
Like,
wow, you're gonna have to show me later on. I'll show you my stuff.
Yeah.
I'll show you, you know what I mean?
I knew it was shocking.
I'm surprised. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
it's really good. Honestly.
Wow.
Because I downloaded that and I downloaded the card game as well. The Warhammer card game.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
But I played that. I wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think it was. It's just this because our Pokemon moves so fast with the gameplay. That is so slow. Like even if you press the button to fast forward, the gameplay is so slow still.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
it's taking like the cards flipping. I'm not even like attacking the card. It's so slow.
Yeah.
And I just lost interest. I think I've done like 2 battles on it, and I was like, uninstalled the game. I just got fed up with it. Just trying to straight back on the tactic.
Wow, I'm impressed. Yeah, I'll show you mine and stuff. Yeah, that's cool.
But it's a great game. Absolutely fun game. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Warhammer stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, speaking of Warhammer, you know what I mean? Right. So I've got a lot to cover, especially when we get to the news. I've got 2 bits of news to talk about that aren't related to the summer Warhammer preview, which is pretty cool. But we'll start with the models. Sean, if you'd like to pick one of 3. This week, there's no Warhammer models because I wanted to talk about have a little talk about the Diorama project I'm working on for the event. So the chap you've picked up, this is a Heretic Legion mini from a Kickstarter, and this is he has like the STG 44.
It looked like a Tommy gun for a second. I was like,
no Tommy guns, no, not these.
Like, crossover.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? No, it's an STG 44 trooper. Yeah. So these are the Marines. They're the Heretic Marines. These are designed by Stormforge Minis, and this is one of the developers, one of the artists that I've been working with on Kickstarter, and I've started to create a relationship between, sort of a working relationship on some of his projects and stuff. He's got a new project coming soon that I think I'm going to back on Kickstarter as well because it looks pretty cool, and so a wider variety of minis as well. But yeah, these models are inspired by Trench Crusade, which is like this new grimdark tabletop game, which we'll get into because I've got a mini from that game as well to talk about. And it's got the set itself has a mixture of troopers. So you have like this chap, the Marines, you have ghouls, you have monsters, you have all other troopers and all sorts of stuff like that. But I wanted to bring that because this will be some of the models that I'll have at the event to showcase that for you to be able to buy on the website, basically. I won't necessarily I'll have a little bit of stock, but I won't have loads, just obviously, keep the excitement around wanting to pick up more than just the ones that I have available at the event. But yeah, he's pretty cool. That's why I picked him out because I actually quite like those troopers. But yeah, designed by Stormforge Minis. Check them out on Instagram, Kickstarter. He's a really cool guy. As I said, we've got a nice working relationship now as well. And if you want to pick another one for me.
And pick this big guy at the back here.
Sweet. Okay, that's well timed. So this is the new Antioch Captain. This chap is from Trench Crusade, which is a tabletop like grimdark game, and it's set in an alternate 1914, so like World War One. And it's basically what happens is hell gets let loose on Earth, and then it's just a war between heaven and hell fighting across trench-ravaged land. So, as I said, it's like imagine World War One, but it's a heaven and hell sort of fight. Like in The Darkness. When he travels into the alternate dimension, it's that weird like World War One horror scape. Do you know what I'm talking about? Imagine that. It's kind of like that. Trench Crusade's kind of that. Like it's that hell warfare, World War One stuff. So it's kind of like that. And it's a heretical crusade, and anyway, all of that. And the reason, and these guys are some of the good guys. So New Antioch's like one of the religious factions. You have like the Sultanate. You have what was the other faction? There's another faction. There's a few factions on good and bad. You have like some heretical factions and some sort of God-following factions and not so evil factions as well. And New Antioch, to give you a bit of backstory, New Antioch was a city that was basically like a big bastion of defense for humanity against like the incoming like demon invasion. But it was, no one really knows why, but it was actually obliterated by a demonic nuke, basically in the middle of the city. So the city just got nuked, and it was obliterated by it, was destroyed by it. And basically the other religious groups that are there, because of its significance in the defense of humanity, they actually decided to rebuild it.
Oh, wow.
And even with like, it's still got like some demonic-y like ethereal energy around like, like that sort of stuff where like it's still there, right? But the people that are there are kind of like a testament to like the strength that then their faith against the demons and all that other stuff. So New Antioch's quite almost, I guess, like the main battle line, because the Sultanate and the other factions like are slight like offshoots of like other religions.
Okay.
So yeah, New Antioch's kind of like the poster boy. And something really cool about New Antioch that I didn't realise till much later into learning the lore of Trench Crusaders, they're actually quite similar to, the Death Corps of Krieg in Warhammer, because they basically, now the clone stuff for the Krieg is point of contusion because there's no genuine proof, even though I'm pretty sure they clone people to make so many troops for the Krieg armies. They actually clone these not so much the captains, but their frontline troops get cloned, and they get cloned from like a divine piece of flesh to say that flesh is holy, so the people being cloned by it are also equally of faith. Do you know what I mean? The only caveat to that is the only way they're sustained is by like a really sacrificial way of bringing them about. So it's not a demonic sacrificial way, but it's just religiously sacrificed in order to make the clones up. Trench Crusade's really cool. As I said, it's like a super grim, dark, alternate 1914,
This almost looks, the shield almost looks like, not say a medieval knightish, like,
but it kind of is.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine, as I said, imagine World War One, and it continued to progress, and like the weapons and the tanks, all that continued to carry on, but religion was still religion remained super prominent. It wasn't something that kind of fizzled away over time. But yeah, all of that stuff. There's medieval stuff. There's troopers where there's the stormtroopers for that faction where he has like a big Zweihander sword and he's running around in the trenches with that. Do you know what I mean? So
that's wild.
Yeah, it's really cool. Trench Crusade's cool, and it's made by some people that used to work at Games Workshop and stuff, so you can kind of see the inspiration of the two. But yeah, if you want to pick the last mini for me,
last one.
So again, this is designed by Stormforge Minis. These are the Radiation Zone minis. This one's the AK-47 Trooper.
Painted by you.
Painted by me, yes.
On the stream yesterday.
Yeah, on the stream yesterday, yes. Check out Twitch, thank you. The minis are kind of inspired by Stalker, the game Stalker, where it's, like Chernobyl, but like, where all stuff goes on. And it was another Kickstarter project. With this one in particular, I didn't do the full set as a commercial set. There was a separate set that you could get, which was 6 miniatures commercially, which is what that's from even. Yeah. So I'll have those available to pick up as well on the website. But yeah, they're pretty cool. As I said, they're kind of like, I've picked them as like the not so bad good guys to fight against the heretics in that trench diorama I'm going to bring, to kind of give people different sides. I gave it like a not so crazy paint job. I just wanted to get some paint onto it. And
looking at it looks like a bank robber.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's so insane how it looks. But yeah, it's good. Like, even like, I say, your painting details very good as well on this. Like, even though I was watching you paint on stream, like, it's different when I see it now in my hand.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
On the stream, it's it still looks good. Don't get me wrong, but when you finished it and it's in my hand, I'm like, well, like you did that. Like,
yeah.
So it doesn't look like you painting that much. Like the detail that goes into it is pretty good. That's really good.
Streaming and taking photos and stuff doesn't usually do it justice to when you physically see it in person, especially when you go to like tabletop events and you're like, I just didn't think something would look as cool as they do in some of those competitions. But yeah, those are the 3 miniatures. It's slightly different. No Warhammer this week, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the diorama and talk about the inspiration for a couple of projects with Trench Crusade. But yeah, some cool stuff. The minis are really nice.
Very cool.
So I'm looking forward to people getting hands-on with them next month. Which then brings us on to the news. As I said, there's a couple of bits, and then we had the Warhammer preview, which you watched with me as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's becoming a habit now, which I like. Do you know what I mean? So first, you might remember the Dawn of War board game. You might remember I said, it flashed on for 2 seconds and went off in a different preview.
The other one, the first review.
So it's in dollars, but I found out that that box potentially has quite a big saving value for the models that are in it.
Okay.
So at the moment it's just the US. Sometimes they do these box games. It's just the US release initially, but the models that are in there, and it's a mixture of like three aggressors, Judicar, I think like a librarian, a captain, all that stuff. Now normally those models total about $170.
Okay.
But the box itself to buy will be $50.
Okay.
So
that's insane, but
so like it's one of those things where I hope scalpers don't go crazy, because they probably could, because you could make a killing, which they probably will. But like if it was somewhat like for me, if I wanted to bolster my army a little bit with some more characters, which I don't need, by the way. If I wanted to bolster them with more characters, I'd probably pick up 2 boxes, keep one as obviously the board game, then pick up the other models to kind of bolster out my army a little bit. Not that I need to really do that, to be honest, but I can see why. If you picked up 2 copies, I think I can see there's some justification. If you start going crazy and picking up like 10 copies and selling all the models, that's when it gets a bit.
That's what people are probably going to do.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It's a shame, really, because it's a really good value box, and hopefully it'll come to the UK and we'll get it here, which normally we do. Because as I said, I'll probably pick up a couple of copies just so I can have the board game and then bolster out my units a little bit with some of the other miniatures. But yeah, that was cool. So I thought that was noteworthy to bring up. And then Saturnine box. I think we talked about this before. You know, the box set with the new Terminators with the big shoulders. I said that had a bit of turmoil. It's still in the news, apparently. Because what I saw recently is there's a few stores offering discounts on the box and other Horus Heresy products. Okay. Off the back of that launch being a bit unsuccessful for GW. So it came out and not a lot of people were picking it up.
So was that like a special offer for certain people, or just
no? I think some places are just putting discounts on product, and I think it's off the back of, because it's not done well. People, where if I was a business and that big box is coming out, I can't wait, it's coming out. I'm going to overstock a little bit of other stuff, and the anticipation people are going to pick it up. Yeah, but people aren't picking up anything. So I'm seeing a few shops where they're putting discounts on stuff in the hopes they'll make some money back, which is a shame. But again, I think the flag started flying when it launched and people were a bit funny, and then they did the rules thing, which has really hurt the launch, where some people, they released the list of what models are going, and people weren't so sure. Anyway, shame about Saturnine. I'm still happy that I didn't pick one up yet. I probably won't, because I've still got the first new edition of it that you've seen that I've got that I haven't even worked on yet. So I think for me it'll be fine, and they'll release it all separately if I decide I want any of that stuff anyway. But yeah, I thought that was worthy bringing up. So anybody that is looking to get it, keep an eye out some of your local game stores, because they're bound to have a copy and have discounts on lots of Horus Heresy stuff. So yeah, that's cool. So main event.
The main event.
Warhammer preview. Just gone.
I didn't know what I was stepping into, but yeah.
No, you didn't. And it was long. You know, when I was like, 40 minutes to an hour. Yeah, it's an hour and a half. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, some really cool stuff. I know you said I didn't need to. I think I covered most of it, but there's some bits that I can talk to, and some bits where I've just got it there just to kind of go, oh yeah, that's coming, right? So, the first one, because I know you're going to, is the Titus helmet from Joy Toy.
Ooh. Give me one of them.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, I need it. I know obviously you was talking about the previous why it got leaked before and people were using it, but I don't care. I just need that helmet.
Yeah,
I just need it. It looks so good.
It's really cool, and I've put it here, and I've kind of brought up because I talked about it before. It's super cool, and it's really nice, and it's well built. It's really nice. It looks like it's a premium product. Yeah. And I understand there's some resentment still because of the whole thing with Galactic Armory, where they had loads of 40k STLs. Even Galactic Armory put out a video, basically saying, it would have been nice if GW instead worked with them instead of just giving them a cease and desist order to stop making the product.
Yeah.
But then I kind of deeped it. And yes, I agree. They could have worked with them. They could have figured something out. But at the same time, when you think about the 3D print, and I don't manufacture 3D print anywhere near to Galactic Armory's level. But if you think about it, all that work, they got 3D printed. Like when you see the Galactic Armory's product, you're going to, like, to the untrained eye, I guess, or the unskilled, you'll look at it and see, oh, that helmet looks fantastic. But you're not seeing the printing, the sanding, the priming, the building. Like, that's a lot of work. Whereas I imagine with Joy Toy, Games Workshop are able to, like, Joy Toy, they make plastic figures, so they probably have a manufacturing process that makes sense.
Yeah, like,
do you know what I mean? So while I understand and fully agree, it would have been nice if Galactic Armory had some input and involvement with that project. I get why GW wouldn't pick a 3D printing business to work and create that product. So
even if the other company, like you say, did that, but did a different style of helmet, if they said, "Oh, we commission, you can do that helmet or that, I don't know, hat or whatever it is that you can do whatever, but leave this one to us," then that's fair enough. They should have.
Yeah, they could have, because Galactic Armory had loads of stuff. They had the chaplain from the game. They had a helmet for him. So you're right, exactly. Yeah, so that's what I mean. So it's kind of both sides. I understand Galactic Armory could have been involved, and I feel bad for them. But at the same time, I get why GW wouldn't go with them, and they just. And I know people go on that they're hyper on their IP. Is what it is. They're hyper on their IP, but the helmet's nice that they're going to produce, and they're going to do it through the right way, I guess, with a company that they've worked closely with. Because remember, they're going to obviously want to make sure their existing partners are as equally looked after as making new ones. Do you know what I mean?
Did you find out a price for it or anything yet, or not? Really?
No, not yet. I haven't seen. I imagine it's going to be expensive.
Roughly how much do you think?
$250 ballpark. Easy, because it comes with the plinth.
Oh yeah, I saw that plinth.
It'd be two minimum, by the way, $250 min.
Do you think it'll be like at conventions and shows, maybe? But even then,
probably
that'd be expensive more than $250. Wouldn't it?
Probably. Yeah, but we'll see. So there was that. Yeah, pretty cool. So then we had Leagues of Votann, the new box set that we saw at the beginning. Yeah, those are the squats. Those are squats that I talked about, not the halfling chaps that I was referring to. They're basically space dwarves. In the long and short of it, they're space dwarves. This is a new box they've got coming out. They originally had the box set that I have, their first launch box. They've got a new one coming out, and they've got some other kits that would be coming out and stuff as well. Some pretty cool stuff from them. There was I can't remember the bloody name, but it's the robots that are slightly taller than the squats. I really like the look of them.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, they look really cool. So we'll see what happens with the Votann. That's cool. Then more for 40k. We had the new Combat Patrol boxes and characters. So you remember at the end, I was convinced we'd see Ultramarines, and we didn't.
Yeah.
No.
They hyped up the whole stream.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I was like, and then there was nothing. The Combat Patrol boxes look pretty good, although I'm still seeing a lot of chatter online about these Combat Patrol boxes seem to be changing a lot of stuff because of the models that are available and stuff like that. But we can go deeper into that in another episode, but I'm sure we will as those box sets come out. And then they had characters for Salamanders, Imperial Fists, Raven Guard, and White Scars. Now, White Scars have shown us the first character model that's on a gravity bike.
Yes,
we haven't seen that yet in 40k.
The gravity bike looked nice.
Yeah, look nice. Yeah, right. We've only seen it with custodes, not any of the mainline forces. So that's cool to see. And all the characters are like either chapter masters or first captains of those chapters. So they're really cool to see as well. And that was kind of it for 40k. We'll get onto Kill Team afterwards. We had Old World. So we had Two Kings had the new release, loads of new models, and then also they had their rule book, and then the Grand Cathay Army, which is the Asian-inspired army that came from the Total War games that they've released as physical models. They just had a book. You wouldn't have seen the models. They just had a book. I'll show you some. Yeah, they're basically like Asian descent type of characters. They have like a lot of jade armor and the spirit. Yeah, I'll show you. It's pretty cool.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Wow,
so that was Old World. So that was a new army for Old World. Yeah. So they've got a rule book coming as well. So that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Age of Sigmar. We've got two things for Age of Sigmar. We had the Hellsmiths of Hashat, Chaos Dwarves. Look really cool. You're talking about the big ball with the two arms. The one we said it was pretty tall.
Yes.
Yeah. You
remember? I
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the name of it.
There's a new army box which looks great. looks like it's got like nice wealth of stuff. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm not super into dwarves myself, like the armies. New army boxes coming, looks really cool. And then they got more miniatures. They have like the first demon forge chap, you know, the one on the big demon, like the ball, the flyable ball with the rings.
That's what I said I wanted.
That's it. Yeah. That's the
one I said I wanted.
That looked really cool. So that's a really nice line. I think they did a really good job with the new release for those. All those kits look really nice. So I'm looking forward to seeing people paint them. Not so much me getting it, but like seeing what people do, because they're ripe for like, even like being inspired by it. And someone can take this, you know, like, I forgot this name of the city. You know, when in Lord of the Rings, when Frodo's taking the ring back. What's the city? I can't believe I forgot the name. Where the Witch King lives.
Oh no, I've gone black as well.
I can't remember. But that city with the green and the white, Minas Morgul or something like that.
I think so.
But yeah, so that city, Sean's going to get it for me. That city, like that inspiration of like, you know, like the dark metals and the white walls and that sort of stuff, I think would be really cool for that army. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Sean's getting the name. I'll move on to the next Age of Sigmar while you do that. And then we had some releases for Flesh Eater Courts, which I said to you are the vampires that think they look all noble and human, but they're not. And then we have Night Haunts, which are basically like ghosts.
It's not Undying Lands, is it? Or
no.
Valinor?
No.
What is it then?
We'll figure it out. I'll remember it. Yeah. They're getting new rules, and both are getting new character models with each rule book, and they're also getting a spearhead box as well, which is like, you know, the combat patrols I said for you for 40k, where it comes with everything you need to start playing.
Yes.
Age of Sigmar has spearhead boxes, which are basically the same thing, but for the fantasy stuff, they've got those coming as well. Then they touched on Warhammer Underworlds. Now, I'm not a player of this. I just thought it was good to mention because people play it, obviously. They've got an expansion, which is Chaos Dwarves versus the Centaur, you know, with the horse bodies, but they looked elvish.
Was that one of the two boxes that they had? Was it the two?
It was the one where it moved on to like the 4 boxes that had 4. The expansion was the one before it. So it had like the elf-looking centaurs, and then it had the demon dwarves. The chaos dwarves in there. So that was a cool box if you're into it. I think it's good, like a nice variety of 2 different factions. And then now they're releasing boxes, 4 new boxes that have 4 war bands in each, and each of those war bands each box represents a warband within its like archetype. So you have like chaos, order, I think undead and something else. Like they all have like an archetype. Each of those boxes represent those archetypes and the factions that fall within them. So it gives you a bit more variety of play for those factions. So, you know, if you want to try Underworlds, but you've never thought you'd pick goblins or orcs or, you know, stuff like that, like you can kind of pick up a box that has a little bit of everything to try. So I think it's cool move, and I think it's also a sign where Underworlds might be kind of fizzling out a little bit, so they're giving that option just to let people keep playing and try stuff out.
Nice.
So it's cool. Then we got Legion Imperialis. That was the small scale, you know, the epic scale little tanks, because you was like, cool, those tanks are tiny. How big must they be? Yeah. That release was they just released a whole bunch of tanks and armor from 30k Horus Heresy, and then there's a new supplement coming out to follow some new rules for that game as well. So nothing too crazy from there. Then we have Horus Heresy, like actual Horus Heresy. They released Mark II. They're releasing Mark II Assault Marines, you know, the guys with the jetpacks.
Yes.
They got those coming out, and they're releasing the rule book to include rules for those, and also include rules for the Saturnine like scenario, like the story scenario that involves Saturnine, and updates to detachments and what units, and you know, the infamous list of things that got sunset. It's releasing rules for all the detachments and all the models you can use on there as well.
Incredible.
Yeah. And then we've got 2 more points. So the last, actually, I won't go to the last one. The Black Lot, no, I will do this one instead. Kill Team. The new Kill Team coming out. I think I said to you, I was a little disappointed because it was Necrons versus Deathwatch. It's a Tomb World Kill Team. So you got Necrons, which are like the silver art robot dudes. And then Deathwatch.
Was that on there?
Yes. It was at the end. It was so brief you won't remember because
Yeah, there's so much.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah. So this is like, what I'll say is both factions are getting new models from this box, which is cool. Yeah, sweet. It's both models for the factions, and also alongside new scenery, which is new Necron scenery for that box set as well. So it's all new stuff. That's really cool. Chris made a good point though as well, is with the Deathwatch side, so the Space Marine side, they kind of just messed up that army recently for them to really, like, from a rules perspective and models, for them to release like the faction in the kill team seems a bit weird. But I guess they'll have updated rules and stuff with that box.
Change the rules or something,
yeah, so hopefully when that box comes out, we see whatever decision GW made come to fruition in a good way for Deathwatch. But if you don't remember, Deathwatch is basically where Space Marines that are a bit more troublesome. It's kind of like, like when you have the troublesome kid in public school and then they go to a boarding school to, it's kind of like that. So these Space Marines have gone to boarding school and they basically get the crap jobs, basically. And you'll see by Deathwatch, you can tell they have the silver arm with the Inquisition, like, Deathwatch logo on it. And then they have another pauldron that signifies each chapter they come from.
Oh, sick.
So when you play Space Marine 2...
Bloody hell.
when you get Space Marine 2, the prologue chapter is basically a Deathwatch team. Okay. So you'll learn a little bit about the Deathwatch as well when you play that. But yeah, that was pretty cool for Kill Team as well. And then last thing I'm going to cover, because there's a bit more to it, is the Black Library announcement. I talked about this in the last episode, that they added the Black Library logo to the advertisement for it, really last minute. That is because they're doing a book series called The Scouring. Which is basically, so that you know, because you're looking at me going, what's the Scouring?
Yeah, I don't know what it's
idea. It's set in the wake of the Horus Heresy, which is the big civil war between all the Space Marine chapters, right? We talked about that before. It's going to be a multi-author book series, so there's going to be a few books like the Horus Heresy or like the Dawn of Fire novel series that we just had go as well. And basically, this, for anyone that doesn't know, and for yourself, Sean, it examines the fate of survivors after the fact of the Horus Heresy. So everybody that's come out of it and everybody that's left over, like, is what happens, what's going on, what's the next step. And it's going to cover everything. So it's going to cover the loyalist sides, it's going to cover the traitor sides, it's going to cover the rest of humanity. So you'll probably get stuff like how, like the Imperial Guard and the unification forces and stuff, how they're going to cope with the fact of that, what happens with the Primarchs and all the legions that are there, because that's around the time when, I think I said to you before, where after the Horus Heresy, there was a cap on legions and how many Space Marines they could have. And before the Horus Heresy, there was no cap, so it didn't matter how many Space Marines you had. It was... Yeah, so there was that, and then it's kind of, there'll be things, so there'll be like, what's going to happen to the Emperor, because at that point, the Emperor's been gravely wounded, and he's already starting to sit on the Golden Throne, and then it's kind of like, also like, how does humanity deal with the Primarchs, because ultimately the Civil War came because a Primarch wanted to go against the Emperor, which is obviously his sons, and we talked about the Primarchs before, right? So it's kind of like, I guess, like humanity, like people dealing with like, what do we do with the Primarchs, because if they're so powerful, but they're so easily swayed, like what's the deal? What do we do? So it'd be a cool book series. The Horus, I haven't read the Horus Heresy fully, because it's like 20 years spanning series. And it's a lot of books, and it's only just finishing. No, it's only just finished. So
this one's the last. This book set now is going to be the last ones.
Well, they'll have book sets for millennia. This is just one of several.
Right. They'll spin off and then do something else.
Yeah, there'll be another. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's cool. I think the Horus is such a big, prolific story point for Warhammer in general that they'll always have content for, and it's always an interesting time, because it's all without the Horus Heresy, we probably wouldn't have the Imperium in the 40k as it is.
Okay.
So yeah, it's cool stuff.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it was a really good preview. That's everything I've got that I covered, but it was a really good preview. I think it wasn't as good as I hoped, but it also wasn't as bad as I've seen. So it was kind of like, there's lots of announcements, some cool stuff. There wasn't a lot of stuff for me, which usually means is a good thing, because it means I'm not buying stuff.
Slow down.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Jesus. But yeah, it was really cool. It was cool to watch another preview with you.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's interesting watching those with someone that like the two sides, like you know about Warhammer now, like you've got.
I'm starting to think.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? And me being in it a lot, like it's good to get the contrast between the two.
Yeah.
Watching something like that, because imagine all the people that are new to Warhammer as well that are watching that, and they don't have a guide, so to speak, to talk them through stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's really cool doing that. But yeah, that's all I have for you and the wonderful people listening
this week.
Yeah, that's it this week. I'm sure there'll be more to come as we get more news, but yeah, that's all I've got.
All right. Yeah, I think that's time to wrap it up for today.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Appreciate everyone listening again. Make sure you obviously give us a follow on the Spotify. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think of the show and stuff, or if anything else you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Or if we made a mistake of anything in the show, let us know.
Tell us as well. So we can improve it,
well. So we'd love to hear your feedback on that. You can always catch us on Pixel Forge Podcast Instagram page. I'm on my own page as well, Gaming Party Pro. Starline Forge on his page. Yeah. Catch him if you want to ask us any questions.
Yeah,
we're here for you.
Message, yeah.
Again, every Thursday streaming on the Twitch TV /Pixel Forge Podcast. You'll catch us on there. We'll say catch me on there, but I'm not going to be on there at the moment.
Yeah, this guy's too busy, man.
I will get to streaming, honestly, guys. I mean, I test streamed. What was it last week?
Yeah, yes, WWE.
I was just test streaming, so everything seemed fine. So I'm gonna hopefully get onto streaming for you guys as well. But yeah,
cool.
That's it for another week.
Thank you for joining us again.
Indeed.
We'll catch you next week, I guess.
Yep, next week, guys.
Yeah, cool.
Peace.